Welcome to the channel, guys. Today I'm going to be doing an unboxing of an exciting new product. I think this is probably one of the neatest things that's come out so far for the Maserati Granturismo. This is the new 1-to-1 2024 Granturismo head unit. So this is an exact replica of what you get in the new 2023-2024 Granturismos. Let's go ahead and start unboxing here. So what you get obviously is the head unit, and I'm going to set this down on the floor here, and then I'll bring everything out. So the first thing is going to be the head unit, which is a one piece, and you can see it's sleek and flat. Now I do have the protective layers on it, so you're going to see some blemishes here and some fingerprints, but so pretty awesome. It's way bigger than I thought it was going to be, which is good. I like the bigger units. That means you could do a split screen right here, have navigation, radio, or something. So I'll be doing a full demo on this. So one thing that I think is really neat is the cleanliness of this. The sport button, traction control, and all that is right here. Then you're going to have your lock and unlock buttons, and they're all going to be touch control, same as your hazards. And this is going to be your climate control here. So, I'm going to go over here shortly the back of it and some of the new features that this comes with. So, what we'll do, we'll set that aside here. Now, you're going to get to choose your leather. So this is a black leather, and I've already compared this with the leather in my Maserati, and it's a very close texture. It's very acceptable. So you're going to get this piece, which this is going to sit in, and then you're going to have the extension part of it that goes over the glove box here. Now, one nice thing about this, it's the leather. I really like the leather instead of the plastic. So, and also on the back here, you're going to have some holes here where you're going to be able to put your emblem. And I already took mine off my original one, and your emblem's going to be able to go here, and it'll fit perfect. I'll go over installing that too. So that's going to be really cool. So basically, what you get the center piece, you get the side piece, and the head unit. Now this is really, really cool, the way this fits in here and is molded. Now it sits above it a little bit, but it's all molded in here. You can see how it's all molded, and the finish on this side is really, really nice. It's rounded, and then it has the nice stainless steel trim around the edges. Just really, really sharp. I can't wait to get this in the car and see it installed. So this also, it's, from my understanding, is what it looks like with. So if you were to ever have to remove this, you want to make a connection or check a connection, you will not have to take the whole dash apart. You'll be able to just pull this out and check your connections, which is just phenomenal. So it's, and I'll go over the back of this unit here in just a few minutes. We'll kind of discuss all that. So I'll go ahead and bring the camera closer, and we'll go over some of the features of it. Okay, so what you'll do on the back side here, you'll see there's 3 holes right here, or I guess mounts. You'll remove that part, and I'll go over it here in a little bit. You'll remove the part from your original dash. It unscrews, and then you'll just screw it right in here, and that's the bottom mounting part of your dash over the glove box. So let's go over the wiring real quick and what all you get in the wiring. So it's pretty basic. You're going to get 2 clips, and I'll explain those later. That's going to, so it clips in there. Some screws. You're going to get your main wiring harness, which is the same as they all are. as far as the main connection, you're going to get an external mic, so you can use the external mic. And I believe, I'll have to look, I think you have to use this. I'm not sure if there is an internal mic, so I think you'll have to use this and mount it somewhere. I will verify that here shortly. I believe that's what you have to do. This is the AM/FM antenna connection, and now I know some people have said that they have weak signals on some of the radio stations. Well, now there's a power button, there's a power wire, and so you'll actually connect the power antenna to the antenna wire on here, and you could and through the settings you'll be able to shut the power on and off through here. So that's kind of nice that you'll be able to have a power antenna, a little bit of a boost for signal. This is going to be your GPS antenna, the square one. Now, as many of you know, that I do sell an adapter separately, and you'll be able to use this and retain your factory GPS antenna, so you don't have to add that one. Then you're going to have, this is an adapter, so if you want to maintain your factory USB in your glove box, you could use this. So you take the factory one and plug it in here, and then you just take one of your USB ports, one of the two that come with the unit here, you plug it in here and then plug it into the back of the head unit. So I never use this. I'd like to run the brand new ones. I just run those. One is well, they call it a 6-pin, but it's actually a 5-pin. One's a 4-pin. So you get the two USB cables with it. You get a GPS antenna, or excuse me, not the GPS. This is the 4G antenna for the SIM card. Now I'll have to verify if the 4G SIM card works in the US with this unit. It should, since it has a Snapdragon processor and stuff in it. So, and then this is an extension cable for your sport buttons, because it will not reach without using this. So that's just an extension cable. Of course, you have your CAN bus that'll plug into there. This is your little Bluetooth antennas right here, and then this is this single one right here. This is going to be for your reverse cam, and I'll go over more connections later in the installation. And then this is your harness with the 4G SIM card. You have a audio video out and also audio video in. This is where I'm going to connect my front cam in this video in, and this will be for the external mic. And I think that's pretty much all of those connections. So let's go over the back of the head unit. Okay, here's the back of the head unit. Now there's some really neat things going on here. So this is where your air conditioner will plug in. You'll just use your factory plug and it'll plug right in there. And then this is going to be your where your extension cable for your sport button and stuff go, right here. This is where your power lock, unlock, and hazard plugs in. And then there's a USB right here. Now this is for updates. So if you need to update for my knowledge it's just for updating the climate control separately. So you'll be able to just plug a USB cord in there, and like I say, this is going to be easy to get out. So if you need to do it, you could pop it out and plug it in, or you could run one. It doesn't come with one, but you could run a USB cord with a male and female end on there, so you could do updates. So you could do that separately. Now let's go over the back. I'm going to move the camera here a little bit, so we can kind of go over the back. Now you're going to see one thing that's new is there is an HDMI port now. Okay, that's huge. A lot of people have been asking about this. There's also going to be, there's an optical, which you've seen on some other ones. Then your Wi-Fi, I believe it's a internal Wi-Fi, so that's why this is capped here, the Wi-Fi antenna. And then there's your GPS, which you'll be able to plug either your adapter or use the factory or the one supplied. And then there's two 4G connectors right here, and you could use what I understand, you could use either or. I don't know why. I don't have an explanation why there's two 4G ones here, but anyhow, you could use either one to plug in. And then of course your antenna, your main plug-in, and then the plug-ins right here. And when I'm ready to do the installation, I'm going to go over, that's going to be a separate video where I'm actually going to plug everything in. Like I say, it's very easy now. This comes, you could order this with a 360 cam. Now, I don't think you could add it because it doesn't have the software in it. Maybe you could download it, I don't know. But when you order, if you want a 360 cam, you need to specify it. So every port's going to be full in here except for this one right here. That's specifically for a 360 camera, the cameras. So I personally don't do I just do a front and rear cam because I don't want to drill into my mirrors or anything, and modify it in that way. Now I was talking about the external mic. Now there is an internal mic. It's right there, so it's kind of behind the head unit, so I'm not sure how well that will work. So I'm going to go ahead and use the external one that's supplied, and I'll run it into some conspicuous place so I have a mic, and I think probably external mic might be a little better. So other than that, I think I've kind of gone over everything. I'll kind of show how it mounts into the. So when mounting it into the frame, right here and here, you're going to have two clips. And let me get those clips out real quick. You're going to have these clips right here. Okay, and they're going to attach right here. I'm not going to put them in right now because I don't want to. And I'm going to see how well just these hold. Because there are two mounting points up here. However, on the frame itself, there's a hole there's a mounting point right there, but they're not all the way through, so I think you have to drill that and find the right size screw. But however, what I'm going to do is I am going to test this, and I'm going to just use the clips and see how well it does. So when you mount it, it kind of hooks in there, and then it'll clip in there, and we're going to see how tight and make sure that's going to hold. If not, even without doing anything with this trim removed, you'll be able to put two screws from the top and secure it. So you'll see, I'm not sure if you can see them right there, you'll be able to put two screws there. But I think you'll have to drill those so they're through, and then find the right screws, because I don't have screws that came with it. But that would fit that, but it'd be super easy. So say if the clips are not holding this, it's jiggling around a little bit, then you'll want to secure it from the top there. But I'm going to try it without doing that. It might be just fine. We'll give it a good test and let everybody know on that. So I hope everybody is excited as I am about this new unit. Now I'm going to tell you one thing. This does have, I only sell the 8GB, 128GB units. I do have a 256 gigabyte that I can order. Now please beware, you will find these at a lesser cost with running a 4GB, 64GB, which I think is too low of memory. And also, those units are not running the Qualcomm Snapdragon processor. I am only going to sell the unit that runs the Snapdragon processor. So just buyer beware. You will find lesser versions with less memory, smaller, a slower processor. It's not the Snapdragon. And may not have the HDMI, so some of that stuff. So like I say, I'm going to price mine accordingly, and you will find them a little less on some of the other sites, but they just know that they are lesser models. And when you purchase from me, I provide full support. Questions. I have people contacting me all the time who bought them off of Alibaba or AliExpress or from another vendor, and they can't get any support, and they come to me begging me to fix their problems and stuff. And you know, if that's one thing, if you're not going to buy it from me, I am going to charge you for support. So just kind of keep that in mind. But when you buy it from me, you have full 100% support, and also installation support. I work with installers and everything, and also I handle all the warranties if there's any issues or warranties that come up, issues that come up. These come with a 1-year warranty, and I handle all those internally. So you could purchase this on my website. They are available now at www.elliottmotorsports.biz. Now keep in mind, this is black. They have every single color you could think of. They claim that they're about a 90 to 95% match on color. So if you want the ivory, the tan, the red, they are all very, very close. So I will find out and see if, you know, if you want a custom color, you just let me know. Now you could do Alcantara with some custom stitching. So I mean, there's just almost endless opportunity for this, you know, as far as what you could do with the leather, and it feels good. It looks good. It looks like they've done a really nice job. Now I do have some fingerprints on here because I was oily hands and stuff. I need to wipe that off. But this seems like a very good leather, and also the texture is very close to OEM. It's satisfactory in my opinion, and the nice thing is you'll be able to mount your emblem right there. So I will be doing all that here shortly. All right, thanks so much.